Perfect. I look like a madman. Now here comes some raving, lunatic, madman type shit, right? Because, you know, I got my Einstein or dude from Ancient Aliens all throwed out and going crazy for you. There's your Einstein tongue, right? Because the subject matter today is time. And I hope you have a few moments to spare of yours. Time. Is it a line? Is it a river? Or is it an ocean? You see how I spin around and everything moves in different directions? That's not how time works. This is my idea and concept of how time would work, and simply put, solves all the issues of playing a role-playing game that go in and out of different periods of time, and solves the odd problem of paradoxes. I'm sure you know what a paradox is. It's like the grandfather paradox. If you went back in time and killed your grandfather, how would you be born to go back in time and kill your grandfather? Well, here's the answer to the paradox. Time is linear. It's one line. It goes to start to end. So, the solving of a paradox is simply put like this. If you start at one point and there's something in the past that's disagreeable, say Adolf Hitler, for example. People always say, if I could go back in time, I'd take out Adolf Hitler. Well, here's the paradox in itself. If Adolf Hitler was never a problem, then you would never need to go back in time to solve said problem. So thus, that solves the paradox. Sure, you may be able to go back in time in a role-playing game, and may even be able to influence the time itself. But the general purpose of going back in time, I'm not even going to go into forward yet. I need a little time to think about that. All pun intended. But, simply put, there's no such thing as a paradox if there's no way of correcting the problem. If the problem always persists, there's no such thing as a paradox. If you could follow that, then I think the gate is opened for unlimited opportunity to use time travel as a means of role-playing. And I have a few adventures already written out. You can see here, when I do my shit, motherfucker, my shit comes custom, right? I do my shit, you know, I put this shit down, you know, I make things happen. Right? Right. So here's the thing. A lot of people get trapped in this idea of, like, you know, the butterfly effect and everything like that. Sure, there is repercussions for doing things in the past that could happen in the future that pertain to yourself. Because time is finite and defined by your own perceptions of what has happened with it. Nobody else can perceive time for you aside yourself. So with that in mind, let's talk. That deals with the past. The future is in the same relevant terms. So, if there is a problem in the future and people come back to solve that problem for a better future, let's say like the X-Men movie or something like that, right? There's a plague in the future, and you know, they're going back in time to stop the plague that kills off all the mutants. Well, I'm calling bullshit on that. Because if they have a perceived future that's inevitably going to be that future where, you know, mutant kind is wiped out, that means that simply that's their perceived reality of their present. So it cannot be changed by them inversely going back in time and solving the same problem. Because like I said, time's a line. Things are going to be staged out and happen no matter what. As far as perception, people like to think that it's a perceived perception of like a group. Not really, because time is really relative to each single individual. That's it. So, with that in mind, I will be doing a one-shot adventure with time travel, and that is kind of the idea behind this. If anybody would like to join, I'm going to be making this an event soon enough, and I hope to see some of the familiar faces that I've encountered on YouTube, and it would be great to have you along for the ride. So we'll see how this works out. First adventure is Night of the Living Prom, also known as the Zombie Prom. Prequel adventure consists of the adventures themselves knowing each other in high school. And this is the basis of how they get to know one another. So if this sounds interesting to you or intriguing, or even a bit like I don't know, like you challenge it. You know what I'm saying? Give me another reason why you think that time would be different in the sense. You know, because I'm open to the suggestion really, because quantum mechanics and everything like that are kind of interesting, and time and space are always fascinating, like ideas to me personally. So yeah, what do you think? If you would like to see what I think, you're more than welcome to join in. And if we enjoy this, we can make it an ongoing thing. All right then, take care.